Today I'm gonna prove to you that you already can write as good chord progressions as your favorite artists using a method which makes writing emotional harmonies easier than anything else I've tried before. You don't need to know anything about music theory, and to make it harder, I'm even gonna start with the worst piano sound that I can find. So let's load up FL keys and open piano roll. First step, we right click on this note here and choose minor natural scale. And for now, we'll be using only the highlighted notes. You can see them here. Now we choose the progression. This is most often 3 or 4 different notes, one in every bar, on which we'll build the chords in time. This people say is the most important part. And I'm here to tell you that that's the least important part. Listen, pros working with god tier artists don't find better chord progressions than you. They just know what to do with them, because there are this many ways you can write a chord progression in a standard key. But if you actually look at the data, over 80% of every song to ever break the Billboard Top 100 uses one of these 30 chord progressions. So if you want to create music that people actually listen to, click the first link in the description, download this list. I'll choose 1, 7, 3, 4. So we take 1, counting from our root note, in our case C right now, 1, then 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. This is our progression. Now we build a chord out of each note. Chord has at least 3 notes. These ones that we place are root notes. Very important. Let's choose a different color for the next note. We'll skip one highlighted note and place the next one. Skip one, place, skip one, place. Just like that. And then let's choose another color for the next one. Skip one, place, skip one, place, skip one, place. Now this is really bad, but we'll go one step further and build the 7th and 9th. Let's just choose the final note and build 2 extra notes on top of each chord. We skip one every time. Now it sounds like this. Now we double click on the background and drag our mouse over the notes to mute them. We'll use them in a second. Now we need to bring the notes closer together so they're moving like this and not like this, right? So we can just maybe take those notes, hold Control and arrow down, so we bring them closer together. This is why we colored the notes. Now we take the middle note, which is called the 3rd, because it's the 3rd note of the chord, and make sure that it's the highest note in our chord. So we take all of those guys, because this one's already the highest, hold Control and arrow up. And now we double click on the background and start experimenting with unmuting muted notes like that. Not everyone will sound great, that's why you just need to listen. Now we take the root note. Again, that's why we color the notes. We mark all of them, hold Shift and drag them 2 octaves lower. So this was C5 and I'll put it at C3. Then we add a pedal note, which basically means we keep the same note playing throughout the whole progression. For example, we could use the root note like that. Or as you can see, this for example, if we just added 1 note here, we would have this effect. Next, we change the sound. So in FL keys, if you want, you can, for example, choose this grand piano. And we always like to go a little bit less on hardness, whatever VST you choose. This would be more like dense and more soft. Way more emotional. If you want really emotional soft chords, Noir is something I'll choose. But if you're using something less realistic and you want to humanize this, you just hit Shift R a couple of times and hold Alt and scroll down to bring down the velocity at random, okay? You hit Shift R a couple of times. Take it down, and then I like to do the same thing like that, but shift the key 1 or 2 pixels and do it a couple of times as well. Super tiny movements like that. Okay. But since I'm using already very realistic sounding piano, I'm not doing that. Next, we shift the timing. So for now, even though it's a lot better, it's still pretty dull. So we mark the first 2 chords, hold shift and switch it half a beat back and do the same thing with the second chord, just like that. Still kind of generic. That's because we are still in the C key. That's why we hit Ctrl and A and go down with everything. All right, and now the top 1% elite move, okay? This is no joke. We make 1 chord in the progression major. This is key here. The third note of the chord defines whether it's major or minor. And we have the thirds as the top note of our chord because we set it that way. And this will usually work best with the last chord in your progression, depending on which one you chose. Take the third 1 semitone higher. This is what we started with. Very, very simple process. We turn that into this. Then, if we just add some vocal ambience to that, some arp, and most importantly, a melody that goes in 6th intervals like that, we get this. If you want way more training like this is exactly what you will find inside Mix Elite Academy. You get all of our start to finish courses, including writing harmonies and chord progressions. We work together on your tracks live on weekly coaching calls. And as I'm recording this, you still can get a spot with unlimited mastering done by our engineer whenever you need it, all for less than what you pay for a single mixing service. Just try it out. And if you don't love it after 60 days, I'll buy back your spot. But if you're not ready yet, check out our full FL Studio start to finish course, where we dive even deeper into creating chords, melodies, mixing, mastering, and everything in between. So click over and I see you there.